Today's adventure brings us to the Paramount Ranch in the Santa Monica Mountains. It is a National Park Service property, which explains that it's kept up because this section is mowed. That is unmowed. Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. The thing that fascinates me about this place, it's a former movie ranch, and they still use it occasionally for documenting and filming TV episodes and movies. Anyone can come out here and just wander around and see the sights, experience television and movie history. And that is what I'm going to do today. I'm going to... Attaboy, Luther! And I'm joined by Jordan the Lion. This should be fun. Are you coming along?
I'm coming, dude.
Join me.
Shall you?
Nailed it. If you ever come out here in the future, the gates are normally locked in the evening, so plan your trip around the time frame between sunset and 8 a.m. And you just drive down this road, take a left. You can kind of see it there, off in the distance. A few other rules to abide by. All resources are protected, no collecting, which means you can't take any souvenirs. Fires, camping, and firearms are prohibited. Dogs must be on a leash. And, you know, quite a few other ones that you can...
Horses have the right of way.
What is this? What is that? I don't think I want to know. There are public restrooms on site. First thing we see is a bus-only parking lane and a bench where you can sit under the awning that states Paramount. To the right looks to be a board that would hold some sort of information, but the information has been removed, and behind it is something designating itself Fire Station Engine 73. From a distance, at first glance, after reading the Beware of Rattlers, I thought there were going to be a joke and have the baby rattlers ploy down inside that bucket. But I think this is legit. This is real rattlesnake territory. So anywhere in here or down that way, which is where I'm heading, could be full of snakes. So we got to keep our eyes open. Looks like at some point there could have been a sign placed on the top of those boards welcoming us in. And just to give you a general area of where we're located, they've placed a "You Are Here" stamp, and you can see all the different walking paths and driving. You can drive on certain areas of these, but some of these are specifically just for walking or for horseback riding. Ooh, the Witch's Wood. It's a very beautiful area, and lots of hikers come out here and take advantage. Here's something I never knew. Buona Devil, which bewitched audiences, was one of the first 3D movies. It ignited the 3D craze and was shot in this neck of the woods. And they have provided 3D glasses that are very heavy. They weigh about probably 3 or 4 pounds, made of hard plastic. See if you get the 3D effect. I don't think it works when you look through either eye. That's the red eye, that's the blue eye. You have to have both eyes connected to see that lion jump out at you in 3D. Whoa, it really does work. I'm seeing his teeth it's almost like they're right at my face. Pretty cool. It works really well. The gate is wide open, which is always a good sign. Across this metal bridge, and if you peek over, there's a beautiful stream down there. This is nice out here. Very nice. First impression, this is awesome. It's like a time warp. I've stepped through a time portal back to the Old West. Now there are certain sections I'm not allowed to go. Private property past that point, that's for the employees and workers to go, but we are allowed to walk anywhere through here. And to go one step further, they have provided this information. Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman was shot out here, as well as Carnival X-Files, something called Family Tree, and dozens of more productions. There is a train depot, a stable, barbershop, a hotel, something called Chins, in quotation marks. This section, I guess, was given the slang term Chins. Got some mining equipment up here, a saloon, a bank, and even a general store. This church was recently used in the show Westworld. It was used in a lot of other things as well, but most notably, it had a large steeple where the cross on top of the structure now resides. And to get to it, you can cross one of two bridges, that one and that one. Let's go take a look. Got to keep reminding myself to keep a keen eye out for slithering snakes. But I'm peeking inside the window now of the church building. There's a little stage there, probably where the podium was, and the choir. The church pews probably were right there in the middle. Pretty good shot of the layout of the land from behind the church. You can zoom in just a little. You can see the ghost town over there. There's a guy in a cowboy hat taking photos.
They used to bring a lot of the actors like Claudette Colbert and Gary Cooper and Bob Hope and all those people out here to learn how to ride the horses and work on their scenes for films they were going to do Western scenes in.
So at one point, Bob Hope, if you had a time machine, would come riding back past you right down this path. Think about that.
I think the movie he did was called Caught in the Draft or something like that, or Caught in the Breeze, something like that.
Looks like we can get a little behind the magic moment. Let's get down here. Look under there. I'm turning you upside down now. You're standing on your head. See, you're standing on your head. I'm gonna flip you back up on the right side. Did you see anything down in there? Did you see anything? Definitely a dry spell. You can see how this little ravine is sans water, crossing over the bridge now, heading into the section the nitty-gritty. You can almost picture a stagecoach riding down this pathway. To the right, we got the general store, hotel there on the left, and I believe directly in front of us is the old saloon. The majority of the doors to the facades are all locked for good reasons. They don't want people roaming around inside, ruining or destroying anything. But we can peek through each of the windows. Look at the old piano there left over. And there's a bar. And even the wallpaper, that vintage wallpaper, still remains. A more direct angle. You can just picture a cowboy walking right up there and ordering some tequila. Or whatever they drank.
I was wandering around. I think I found a prop of some sort because it's definitely been fashioned to look like
it's been whittled down.
Yeah, it looks like a prop from
Buffy, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Trying to kill vampires. Or
you should probably put that back where it belongs. You're going to be haunted.
Oh, I'll put it back where it belongs.
No! Stay away from me! No! There's even bathrooms back here. I'm not sure if these are specifically able to be used by the general public. We got a water fountain. This might have been for like cast and crew. Where did you find that thing?
I actually found it right over here, which if you watch TV and movies, this does look like the kind of place you would film a scene because you've got a broken down wagon and everything over there. So I found it actually right here where I'm going to leave it.
You should stick,
I've got plenty of those.
You should stick it in the ground. Stick it in the ground. Pretend the ground is some sort of demonic. There you go. Get it. Yes. Whoa. Fail. The vampires of the earth win again. You win again, ground vampires. You win again. Who knew that behind the saloon was a full picnic area, which could probably be rented out. Proper permits required. There's a stage there if you wanted to have a musician act playing and a bunch of your friends, like a birthday party or, something of that nature. You could do it right out here at this old ghost town. You can definitely see why they chose certain spots to place some of the structures, like this train station. Obviously the little hill, the mountain behind it, gives a little bit cool perspective. The train tracks have been removed, but the train station's still there. Just picture someone waiting right there train tracks going there, the train pulling in, saying goodbye or hello to their lover as they departed, or waiting to leave town. I can picture it, can you? And keeping up with the peeking in theme, seems only natural to take a gander inside here as well. One ticket, please. There's birds in there. There's a little bird perched on that windowsill. Shh, listen, listen. They're whistling and making noise. There's more than one, but that's the only one I see. Hello. Hello, bird. Right there. Oh, he flew off. I got too close. There's another one right there. The way they get in, there's like slats removed from the top near the roof. See, I couldn't crawl through there, but if you're the size of a bird, a tiny bird, you can go inside and get yourself a ticket for the next train. This is an interesting way to create a sign. It's whittled out of wood. It's starting to decompose. The weather has taken a foothold, but it says run trail, 1.5 miles. There's not just the movie and TV sets. There's plenty of areas where you could just go for a nice jog. There's one example, past that cool looking tree. This one's called Coyote Trail. No motor vehicles, no motorcycles. But you can take your pet out for a walk during the day. Of course, this place closes at nightfall for good reason, because you do not want to be roaming out here after dark, because the name, of course, they don't call it Coyote Trail for nothing. There are no productions being shot out here at the moment, but I've heard that even when they do have crews set up filming different scenes, they will just use a specific section, like one of these buildings. So if they're filming here, they don't close the whole premises down. You can still roam around, you just can't get in the shot or too close, unlike some other places where they have an entire area shut down during filming. Here, it's always accessible, except for, of course, the part where you would be in the scene. They don't want you wandering into the shot, but man, how many things do you think have been filmed from that angle? Probably a whole heck of a lot. That's beautiful. Next to the Trapper residence is a real residence. Private residence, please do not disturb, posted across that chain, and the sign next to the door. There is a little peephole there. The caretaker, most likely of the property, lives out here, just to watch over the terrain and make sure people are up to, keeping everything above the belt and make sure no one is up to no good. Just a little more behind the scenes. You can see that they only decorate what the camera sees. So this is all in the era of the Old West. But once you look around the back, the camera doesn't film from this angle. So it's very bland and basic. And up top, that window, that window's wide open. I bet some birds have flown in there as well. They're in the saloon. Well, birds get thirsty too.
Well, I don't have my spurs on today.
Well, you can do it with tennis shoes as well. That's what that is. It's shaped like two horseshoes with a chunk of metal. You want to get that horse dung off the bottom of your feet. I think you got it all. I think you might have got it all. Even though the saloon and a few other ones use shots in the interiors, the hotel, you cannot film indoors. Basically, when you peek in the window, it's just a narrow hallway. As you can tell, it'll be very difficult to put a large camera and actors and a crew down in there. It's just basically a facade from the outside. It's an illusion. This one, however, an exception. Even though up top, this window is exposed, there is no second level. The first level, as we walk up these wooden stairs and peek in, you can see is definitely wide enough to film some scenes in. You can get your actors in there, some dialogue shots, or even walking up that staircase to the second level that in reality does not really exist. My apologies for the dirt and grime on the glass. But check it out. Second level is just open air. And there's some more very cool wallpaper on either side of your screen. Now that I'm exploring a little more, I have to check out the sheriff's office and see what's going on in there. Just as I thought, there is a jail cell right in there. You lock up those criminals. There'll be no fighting in this town. No gunslinging either. Around the back, you can see that this is also decorated for the camera, most likely because they did probably film in here, and you need to have this illusion. The glass has been removed, which means I can peek more in-depthly inside the cell. Get me out of here. Well, actually, I'm not inside. I don't know where I'm going with this. The backside of the hotel, very, very weather worn. See how it's like decomposing there? But as mentioned a few times, the camera does not see this, so there's really no reason to keep it up. This old wagon cart has seen better days. The wheels are about falling off. There's a little bird right there. Hey, little birdie. And as much old-timey relics as exist out here, you can see that there are new productions happening. We got a electric cord running inside of the horse stalls. You wouldn't know it by looking at it, but in the room to the far right is used for storage, and it's a makeshift garage. So even though you'd see a cowboy walking with his boots all along here, once you look inside, there's a shed and a garage door. You can pull a vehicle inside. It's like a metal shed inside this wooden building. Oh no. We're gonna have us a hanging out here. We're gonna have us a... Why is there like a metal wire as well? That's weird. There goes a modern day wagon.
That's a weird looking horse.
Yeah, that's got a lot of horsepower, even though there's no real equestrian power in that. And place your bets. Inside here, nope, no interiors shot in there. Just a wall with a lot of cobwebs. From the outside, you would never guess that, because you would assume you'd walk in that door to an open room. But in reality, it's just a wall behind that window. However, this one, yeah, practical interiors. Right in there, you can definitely see plenty of room inside this one. Notice the rocks here? They're fake. There's wood planks behind it, but this, it's just plastic. We've been fooled. We have been duped. Ah, Hollywood, you got me again. Now, it might seem like I'm a little overly excited when I shouldn't be, but when I was a child, when I started to grow, teenage years, and going to the former MGM Studios, Disney's MGM Studios in Florida, the backlot tour, this is late 80s, 89, 1990, 91, 92. I was absolutely fascinated by the backlot tour. They would show some of the houses, and they would present and kind of explain how I have with that they only show what the camera sees. Now that I live in California and Los Angeles, I see a lot, and I know a little bit more about the filming process, but it takes me back to the younger years, the excitement of seeing things on television and movies and just being brought into that world. It takes me back to the late 80s, early 90s. It's cool. This place is awesome. I will see you in the next video. Please subscribe if you are new here. By doing so, it helps keep you up to date on future endeavors I will be going on and uploads on this channel. I appreciate you watching. If you would like an Adam the Woo t-shirt like this one, I will put the link in the description box. Is someone behind me? Is someone behind me?
Draw!
The car cranking totally ruined the bit. The vlog is over. There is now a dog barking. Oh, I hear a dog barking. What are you barking at? Why are you barking? It's all right, buddy. We're just looking around. The general public is allowed out here. Just
Public park, man.
calm down. Didn't your owner alert you? There are people wandering around out here. Just go lay down. Go lay down, buddy. Go lay down. He's not listening.